Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy, The Fish for the Win here. Today we're going to be talking about the top 4 servers that I personally play on. I really enjoy these servers. These are all US servers, and I guess EU players can play on them since I am personally EU. And keep in mind guys, you guys are allowed to have your own opinion. You guys may disagree with the order that I have these servers on, or you guys might like another server, and you guys can tell me in the comments below if you enjoy some other server. Now, one thing that I wanted to mention is I did not include Badlion in this list. It's pretty much because it's a really big server. You guys already know that server, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch a video that just says Badlion is the best server ever. And some people don't even like Badlion, especially the knockback. I'm personally not a big fan of the knockback on Badlion, and I think most of these servers actually have way better knockback than Badlion, but that is my opinion, and you guys can form your own. Now let's get to the episode. Coming at number 4, we have got Flows. This is a really decent server. It's slightly laggier than the other options on this list, but it is not a problem. It's got an EU proxy and it's got a US proxy. I still think it's slightly better than Badlion in terms of PvP. The knockback is a little bit more enhanced than on the other servers on this list, but it is a really decent server. If you are a famous player, if you have about 1,000 to 500 subscribers, you might actually be able to get a famous rank on this server as long as you upload 1 to 3 episodes, which is nice. And the staff on this server is actually really helpful and good. So in case you're having problems with something, if there's hackers or if you get false banned or something, the staff is actually very helpful in my opinion. So it's a really decent server, really good pick. Let's move to the next one. Coming at number 3, we have got Sarafine. Now this server is pretty much the closest of these 4 to Badlion. It's got a really good interface, really good maps. It's got the best maps out of these 4, and it's got 2 proxies. It's got an EU proxy and a US proxy. It is the highest quality overall server out of all of these. It's got always a lot of people on EU and US, since it is a very popular server, and you can actually fairly easily get a famous rank on this server, which I really like. If you have about 3k subscribers, you can actually get a famous rank. That is pretty awesome. It supports all game modes. It supports Scapple, debuff, no debuff, all the game modes that you would actually want, except build UHC, which might actually suck for some people. But this is only a pot PvP comparison. That's why the server is sitting at number 3. Another thing that I personally don't like about the server is the hit reg. The knockback is really good. Overall, the server has really decent PvP, but the hit reg is just slightly too enhanced. It's kind of unbalanced because sometimes when you get a combo on the server, the other person is gonna get hits that he shouldn't be getting. That kind of makes the combos a little bit random, and I personally don't like that. I've talked to a lot of good PvPers about this, and they actually agree with me. They don't like that, and a lot of people don't play on Sarafine because of this. And it's kind of funny that I'm complaining that the hit reg is too good, but that's just because people are getting hits that they shouldn't get, and sometimes you just can't continue the combos long enough. Coming in at number 2, we have got High PvP. It was a really tough pick for the number 2 spot between High PvP and Sarafine, but I chose this one simply because the KB is just so much more balanced. So is the hit reg. It's not OP. You can actually play on here even if you're EU, though this is a US server and it's best if you're a US player. But the knockback is really balanced. This server has the best Red Rover system in my opinion. It's actually really clean. You're pretty much put in a box where you can spectate, and when it's your turn, you go in the box in a 1v1 against someone in another team. And I personally really like the system on here. It's really clean, it's really simple, and you can't really go wrong with it. Really the only con that I can think of this server is pretty much the staff, because the higher staff on this server, the admins, they are extremely inactive, and even the staff themselves, like the lower ones, they said to me that the higher staff is just super inactive. They never come on, they never help people, and that's a problem. Even though I really like the server, it's still a number 2 pick for me, since I haven't really needed the staff, but I actually really wanted a famous rank on this server, and I would have had the chance to get that. and I already uploaded an episode on the server like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but no one has replied to my famous application, and that is a problem in my opinion. That is something that I really don't like about this server, but every server has their own problems. This is not a perfect pick, but it's still my number 2 pick, so I hope that they can fix it. I hope that the admins can actually get online and see our famous applications and all that good stuff. Please, if you're staff, just stay active and help people. It's just best for everyone. Sitting at number 1, we have got the one and only PvP Lounge. This is a legendary server. It was made by Goose, the godly PvPer. Basically, this server, ask anyone who's famous and good at PvP, they will recommend PvP Lounge. This is a really good server. The hit reg on the server is really close to the old Kohi before Badlion destroyed it. Also, this server has almost no pot lag whatsoever, even for the EU players. This server is basically a US server, but you actually have 3 proxies that you can connect in to the same server. You got EU, and you got Australian and US, and US is the main proxy. You're gonna get the best ping from the US proxy. It's actually gonna say to you that you got like 47 ms even if you're EU, but you're actually getting about 100 ms or so. So US players are gonna have the best connection, but it's still a good pick even if you're an EU player. And you guys can see from my clips, I am EU, that it's actually very smooth even for me to fight US players, and this is what I like about this server. You can fight US players and they don't get a huge advantage on you, even though this is a US server. The bad thing about the server is that it is only whitelisted right now. You're not gonna get in unless you pay 10 bucks to get in, but that is only temporary. If you get lucky, the whitelist could actually already be off when you're watching this episode, so go ahead and try and log in on this server because it is a freaking awesome server. Another thing is, the server only supports a couple game modes. It's got no debuff, debuff, and vanilla. That is a slight problem, but it's completely forgivable knowing that the server hasn't been out for too long. It should at least get Gapple soon. Another thing is, the maps on this server are decent. They're not bad in any way, but the maps, some of them need a bit of improvement. For example, the end map right there, I personally don't like it too much because it doesn't have enough space to strafe and PvP overall. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Make sure to slap that like button if you did. If you want to see some mods getting trolled, go ahead and check out my screenshot trolling series. It's pretty awesome. You guys may enjoy it if you already haven't seen it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.